we're going to start this presentation with the standing ovation. Everyone rise. But before you start clapping, I want you to stand tall, set your hands to your sides, and squeeze your butt together as quickly as you can. It's really weird. But for those of you who didn't do it because it was strange, I'll tell you why you should have in a minute. 2020 has been the year of sitting around. We've swapped out our ergonomic office chairs for our lovely luxurious couch, and then we've added time on said couch through seasons of Netflix. While staying inside might seem safer and a little bit more comfortable than going out and about into big crowds or into a packed exercise group class, it doesn't change that those nice supple buns of steel have degraded into really loose, elongated, noodly mush. Muscles like to be a certain length. They can go from their normal position to scrunching up small to fit into a small space, or stretching out long to fit around a joint. At the end of the day, though, they want to be able to return here. Usually they can, but there's a rule in bodies. Form follows function. The more we do a certain thing, the more our body's going to adapt to be able to do that. So the way it's scrunched up in the front is going to turn into eventually shrinking that muscle, which doesn't hurt a ton, thankfully for us. But that stretching it does in the back, that eventually translates into a scream of bloody murder that takes the form of a hot, sharp pain signal sent to the brain. So the more you're in your chair, the more that scream comes. I get paid $75 an hour to get rid of that sound. As a body nerd, also known as a massage therapist, half of my job is in fact rubbing away tension, but the other half is educating my clients on ways that they can avoid that pain in the first place or take care of it once it gets there. Luckily for you, I am not only a body nerd, I'm also a pretty swell gal. So I'll give you a few tips for free. By incorporating a very simple routine into your day of massage, exercise, and movement, you'll be able to eliminate some of the pains of sitting. I'll teach you how to use your time standing more effectively, how to integrate that exercise, massage, and stretching into sitting itself, and also how to take a little bit of time at the end of your day to do some pointed self-care that'll work wonders long term. Since we're already up, let's cover some of the standing ones. Any bathroom break you can take, any time to go get that cup of coffee, do so, and take a minute to wiggle, just like I'm doing now. Shake out each leg pretty pointedly. The body likes to wake up. Now that you've got your wiggle on, you can start walking around. Turn each one of those steps into a little mini lunge. Slightly difficult to do standing in place, but when you're moving around your office, you can integrate this pretty easily. Another great one to switch up your routine is just to bounce on your toes. This is going to bring some life into those muscles and activate your glutes a little bit. But the fact of the matter is, most of the time that we're working from home, we're going to be in this chair. So what can we do while we're there? Take a seat. And as soon as you do, start rubbing out those thighs. Give them a little drumming. We want to keep that same wake up principle key in sitting as much as we do in standing. Now that they're nice and alert, we can take our hands, grab our knees, rub one side with our thumb and one side with our fingers, and just give a little massage to the tendons in that area. From there, we can start to open our leg up and just kick our heel out in front of us. by squeezing onto the quads here, we stretch them out a little and give them a massage. We can apply that same principle to our hamstrings by hooking our fingers around our leg, grabbing onto those tendons, you'll feel them, and moving slower than we did on the other side to just open up that leg. Another key massage movement combo that we can do is to press on our upper quads, either with a fist or a flat palm or just your thumb, and rock your knee from side to side. That'll massage out the top of the quads. To open up the top of those quads though, which is really what most of us are going to want, you can kick your leg out to the side and just push your toe into the ground. You can send it straight back, directly to the side. You might need to switch to the heel to push on, or up in front of you to get a little activation. All of these are going to help out while you're at work or episode 3, season 4. But we really do want to carve out some time to give some pointed care and attention to our bodies. So at the end of your busyness, take some time. You can do some simple things like squats that go a really long way to help your tissue. Throwing in even 15 or 30 of these a day is going to make a big difference. Look up on YouTube how to do it properly in terms of your knees and your back. Another one we want to do is going to require a little bit of balance. So grab a wall if you need it, but just squeeze your butt on the side or in the back in a way that makes your leg swing to the side or backwards. You want to do about 20 of these back, 20 of these to the side, and then do the same thing on your other leg. From there, we want to get into a deeper stretch, and we're going to let this one take some time. Time is key here. Our bodies don't just let up all of a sudden after hours of being in a certain position. You can either grab your foot behind you to open up the front of your quad, or if this is a little bit too far of a stretch here, or your balance is a little wonky, you can grab that chair, not to sit in, but to rest your leg on. Breathe and release. That same slow concept is going to be applied to some things that we're going to do on the ground, or if you have one, the elevated ground. Once you're kind of lying down, I want you to take a tennis ball or even a rock if you have one. This will do. And place it underneath your glutes, right into that soft spot where it's going to hurt like crazy. Make it hurt like crazy, and then stay on it for a long time, breathing and attempting to relax. Eventually the intensity will go down, and when that happens, anywhere from 10 seconds to 45 seconds, maybe longer, you're going to move it to another tense spot or to the other cheek. Always balance it out. So it's been a long day. We've taken the time to figure out how to maximize our movement while we're standing up, how to integrate exercise, massaging, and stretching into sitting down, and how to add some time at the end of that long day to give ourselves a little bit of deeper nourishment so that we can sit better tomorrow. Our bodies do so much for us. Even our butts, which sometimes seem really ornamental, do a lot. They're prime movers in walking. They're what we use to lift ourselves up from a seated position, and they keep us cozy while we are sitting, so we're not just resting on two sharp knobs in the back of us. The least that we can do is make those sweet cheeks happy and give them a little love. So a simple care routine A simple set of care routines like moving, exercising, and stretching can go a long way into sitting better longer. Now that you know, you can sit back, relax, and make yourself comfortable.